This is the WWE NXT May 21, 2024 full show results video, and the show started with the NXT Women's North American Championship qualifying match between Fallon Henley vs Thea Hale, and the result of this match was Fallon Henley won the match by pinfall with a Shining Wizard, qualifying for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Post-match, Jasmine Nix runs in wearing a baffling gray bodysuit and lays Hale out with a Pele kick. Then we saw a match between Axiom and Nathan Frazer vs D'Angelo Family for the NXT Tag Team Championship, and the result of this match was Axiom and Nathan Frazer won the match by pinfall with an inside cradle from Frazer on Channing Stacks Lorenzo, retaining the NXT Tag Team Championship. Post-match, the Good Brothers attacked the champions and beat them down, hit the Magic Killer on Frazer. Backstage, Robert Stone is schmoozing one of the women about maybe being managed by him when Lexis King walks up to talk trash about Chelsea Green not even wanting anything to do with him and says he's never gonna get anywhere with anyone but King. Ava Raine rolls up and tells Lexis he has a match tonight and he'll find out who he's wrestling when he's in the ring. Stone says he wants to hand King his ass, and Ava points out he didn't do great in his last match and they'll find the perfect opponent. Then we saw a match between Joe Coffey vs Josh Briggs vs Wes Lee to become the #1 contender for the North American title, and the result of this match was Joe Coffey and Wes Lee won the match by a double pin, becoming #1 contenders to the NXT North American Championship. Then we saw an NXT Women's North American Championship qualifying match between Brinley Reese vs Jada Parker, and the result of this match was Jada Parker won the match by pinfall with a running hip attack, qualifying for the NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match. Ava Raine is in her office on the phone talking about how everything's in place and Roxanne will find out her next challenger next week. Lexis King makes his entrance and gets on the mic, and he says he's been on a bit of a hot streak lately, and we all know that whoever walks through that curtain tonight is going to join a long list of gentlemen who have fallen to the king. In 2024 he's virtually undefeated, and Robert Stone distracted him and introduced his challenger, Dante Chin. Then we saw a match between Dante Chin vs Lexis King, and the result of this match was Dante Chin won the match by pinfall with an inside cradle. Trick Williams makes his entrance and gets on the mic, and he says when Noam Dar dropped him from behind he took that on the chin, and then last week Dar got attacked backstage, and if anybody knows how that feels, it's him, and he wouldn't wish that on anybody. So he's gonna say it one time and make it crystal clear, he didn't attack Noam Dar, and if he did attack him, he'd be unconscious and he wouldn't have been holding his leg, he'd have a size 15 Jordan tattooed on his forehead. He don't attack from behind. Metaphor comes, except Noam Dar, and Jakara Jackson says he's got these crusty musties tricked, but they're not, and they know either him or J. Yvonne Evans attacked Noam. Oro Mensah tells Williams to grow up and admit he's a lowlife who doesn't deserve to be champion, and Lash Legend speaks up for him and says he didn't attack Dar. Oro questions her, Trick comes to her defense, and Joe Coffey of all people makes his entrance. He says we're probably wondering why he's here and says you're about to find out why, and Gallus attacks Williams in the ring, beating him down until J. Yvonne Evans makes the save. Lighting them up with punches until that damn numbers game overwhelms them, and Joe hits a high cradle German suplex on him. Trick recovers, wild right hands for Gallus, but again, there's 3 of them and he gets cut off and booted to the mat. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Carmen Petrovic and Natalya vs Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler, and the result of this match was Carmen Petrovic and Natalya won the match by pinfall with a heart attack on Lola Vice. Post-match, Baszler helps Vice up, but Lola knocks her out with a flash kick and wiggles her ass at her. Shayna pops up while she's dancing on the apron and puts her in the Kirifuda clutch, choking her out as referees swarm and a pull-apart develops on the floor. Ava Raine comes to the stage and says it's clear that both of them are looking for a fight and she kinda wants to see it too, so they can do this at Battleground. Shayna takes the mic and says no, she wants an NXT Underground match, and brawl starts again, and the show goes off the air.